What's up, everybody? Josh here, and today I'm going to be going through my comic book collection. So first of all, I apologize for not making any other videos since the first one. I kind of forgot about the channel a little bit, but being stuck inside and not having really anything to do, I decided to go over the comic books I have. So I've been collecting for about 2.5 years now. So there's not really like a whole lot of stuff, but it's just kind of nice little video to make to show how far I've come in the past 2.5 years, and maybe 2.5 years from now I can look back and go, oh well, there wasn't really much of anything, but I thought it would just be fun to go through my comics and show them to you guys. So yeah, like I said, I've only been collecting for about 2.5 years, so it's not a whole lot of stuff, but it is definitely some stuff that I enjoy here. So I want to just kind of go over everything. So first I go with these trades. So these are the trade paperbacks that I've gotten. These are obviously just books that I have, but these are the trade paperbacks. I keep them over here. As you see, it's a lot of Star Wars. I like a lot of Star Wars comics. It's probably my favorite thing to collect. But yeah, I'm gonna actually do a video on this run of Justice League of America. I really enjoy this trade and this whole Justice League run a lot. It's got Blackest Night here. Batgirl Stephanie Brown, which is really good. But yeah, not a whole lot of trades. It's mainly Star Wars, mainly Dark Horse Star Wars. Because that's like my favorite thing to collect. And these three, this Invasion series is a series I like a whole lot. So anyway, moving on to this. I got this when I was really young. I think I was like 10 when my dad got me this. And it's just like newspaper strips. And so I got this before I started really collecting comics or reading comics. But I kind of keep this on top of my short boxes. And it's just kind of something that I got a long time. Well, not a whole long, not a real long time ago, but maybe like 13 years ago, something like that. And I enjoy reading these newspaper strips every now and then. But yeah, just kind of a thing I like to remember that my dad got me. So before I ever got like a short box or long box, I had this, and I kind of made my own comic box out of this. And right now I'm actually using it because both of these are full. But yeah, so I made this myself. So this was kind of the first ever comic box I had, and as you see, I have Star Wars stuff on here. I really like Star Wars comics a lot, so, and I have Lemon comics on there. So yeah, this is kind of what I use when I need to get another short box, and I definitely need to get another short box. So here's Justice League 31. I just got this a couple days ago. First appearance of Jessica Cruz, which I don't have a whole lot of keys, but this is a book that I like a lot. It's not super expensive, but Jessica Cruz is probably my favorite superhero behind Superman. So I'm really glad to have gotten that. And then these are just some books that I got, this past week. Thor run. So yeah, most of my stuff is modern because I mainly just pick up stuff I like to read. But I do have this issue of Superman Family because I do like Bronze Age Superman. And like Bronze and Silver Age Superman I do like. And I want to get more into Superman Family. Because I really like Superman a whole lot. So yeah. But yeah, and I'm doing, it's the falling down. I'm doing something I saw, I think it was Jim Comics was the first person that showed me, or I saw a video of this, where he does his comics like front then back, then front and back, to kind of prevent them from creasing and stuff like that. So that's what I'm doing. But just some more Thor stuff, and Superman, Batman. Yeah, but it's mainly just modern stuff. My collection in general is mainly modern stuff. So in this I have A to M. So I'm obviously not going to be able to go through all of the comics in here because that would just take way too long. But just showing some stuff I do like. So I actually have it started off with the A's back here. So the Action Comics. What else we got down here? Some Astonishing X-Men. Batman. So Batman Beyond. I have a decent amount of the current Rebirth Batman Beyond run. Some more Batman Beyond. I like Batman Beyond a whole lot. Booster Gold. I think I have Booster Gold #1 right here. Yeah, Booster Gold #1. I think this is the most expensive book I got. And I don't have a lot of expensive books, but I do like Booster Gold. Some Flash. Yeah, these are alphabetized Green Lanterns. This is my favorite series. So Jessica Cruz. Like I said, Jessica Cruz is probably my favorite superhero, so I'm a big fan of this Green Lantern series. And yeah, I'm putting together like the full run of this, and I really enjoy this series a whole lot. So come down here, some Justice League. I think this was like, yeah, some JLA. I like Justice League. I'm mainly DC, but I do like Marvel stuff as well. There's some New 52 Justice League, Darkseid War. Some more New 52 Justice League. Here's some John Carter, Warlord of Mars. I got these after watching the movie, which a lot of people don't like, but I actually did like the John Carter movie. I thought it was good. Some new Lois Lane series. Yeah, and Justice Society. So like I said, I'm not going to go through all of these because the video would be too long, but just kind of giving a rundown. Like I said, this is mainly modern stuff. So this is the short boxes. I didn't want the comics to like be leaning or anything, so I have them back to front, as you'll see. And I also have these cardboard kind of right here, kind of keep everything straight so it doesn't lean on each other and stuff like that, just to make sure they all stay, you know, in decent shape. So X-Men Red, I did not like that series at all. So X-Men Legacy, I do like X-Men. I'm not a huge fan of the current Jonathan Hickman stuff. I loved X-Men Blue a whole lot. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Jonathan Hickman X-Men stuff. I liked X-Men Blue a lot. Some 90s X-Men. Let's go move up here from... Here's White Widow #1. Which is kind of hard to find. Just because that company, Absolute Comics Group, I think it's a relatively new company. But they don't... they do not put out their stuff very quickly at all. Like... I think that White Widow #1 came out, like, it came out months ago, almost a year ago, I think. And I think they've only released 5 issues up to date, so, yeah, they're not doing a very good job with their distribution. Valkyrie #1. The Valkyrie series is actually really good, even though I didn't really read Jane Foster Thor. I have liked her as Valkyrie, so. Here's the Uncanny, so the Matthew Rosenberg Uncanny X-Men run, I liked. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I did like it, so. Here is Uncanny X-Men #1. No, I'm sorry. Not #1. I don't know why I said that. Number 305. It's the first, and I think only, Jan Dursema Uncanny X-Men art. And the reason I got this is because I'm a big Jan Dursema fan. She's one of my favorite artists. Mainly because of her work for Dark Horse Stars Comics, which I'll talk about later. So yeah. So some Transformers. Didn't really like that a whole lot. Tales of the Green Lanterns. So there's like not a whole, I don't really have like keys and stuff. This is mainly, I just get stuff that I read. Superman is my favorite character besides Jessica Cruz. Like Jessica Cruz and Superman are my 2 favorite characters. So I think all of this up here is like all Superman. All Superman and Supergirl and stuff like that. Because the Supergirl run with Mark and Draco when it was tying into the Bendis Superman stuff was actually really, really good. Supergirl was bad. Mark and Draco took over. And Mark and Draco's run of Supergirl was very, very good. Super underrated. Once he dropped off, the book fell off again. But Supergirl was really good for like 13 issues. This is an art germ cover for Supergirl. Pretty cool. This is another one of those art germ. The art germ covers. So this is before Draco took over. So the book is really, really bad here. But I mean, these art germ covers were kind of reason to buy them. Some Spider-Man. I don't really read a whole lot of Spider-Man, so. This is a really nice cover, though. Gwen Spacey, Ghost Spider, another art germ. So, now, going to the last short box. So, this short box is just Daredevil, Justice League Odyssey, and Star Wars. So, as I said, Jessica Cruz is my favorite character. And because of that, I've been reading Justice League Odyssey. So, I'm doing the whole run of that. So, I have all 19 issues so far, and I'll probably just collect the whole run. So, I have Justice League Odysseys, so the 16, 14, it's Jessica Cruz right there. I keep my comics, like my boxes underneath my bed. So yeah, that's where the bed's right there. Yeah. So, but mainly, so this is Star Wars. So like I said, I like to read Star Wars comics, and I do read Marvel Star Wars comics. But I mainly like the DC Star Wars comics. I mean, not DC, I'm sorry. The Dark Horse Star Wars comics. So, I have Justice League Odyssey right there. And I think, yeah, starting right here. So, Most of this is Dark Horse Star Wars. This is my favorite thing to collect. I absolutely love Dark Horse Star Wars. As you see out there, that bookshelf, every single book on that bookshelf is a Star Wars book. So I like Star Wars. Especially the legend stuff that isn't considered canon anymore. I actually might make a video on Dark Horse Star Wars comics. Talk about how good they were, but yeah, almost all of these are Dark Horse Star Wars comics. And I do have some Marvel stuff, as you see over there. So I haven't given up on reading Star Wars comics, but Dark Horse Star Wars comics have the special place in my heart. I'm looking for my Tales of the Jedi. So here's another. So this was the first comic book I ever bought at my local comic shop. So this was the comic book that kind of got me into collecting comics. So if it wasn't for this comic book and my comic shop coming to my house, I probably wouldn't be collecting comics. So this isn't a great comic, but it's kind of sentimental. But I'm looking for Tales of the Jedi is a series I absolutely love. One of my favorite comic series ever. And my favorite cover is in here. Yeah, here it is. This is my favorite cover in all of comic books. Like, if I had to pick one cover from any comic book to keep, it would be this one. I just absolutely love this cover. And that's why you can even see it right there. But I absolutely love that cover. So yeah, these are my comics that I have. So I've been collecting for 2.5 years. And this is pretty much what I have so far. Yeah. So this is the current Daredevil run from Chip Zdarsky, which has been really, really good. But yeah, so that's what I have 2.5 years in, and I hope to continue.